All right, I'm going to do a review on the Rescue Flush R11flush. All right, it says here, it's designed to quickly and easily flush contaminants from air conditioning and refrigeration systems and line sets. Formulated as a unique solvent, Rx11flush is an azeotropic cleaner that is fast-acting, fast evaporating, powerful enough to flush away sludge, carbon residue, oils, acids, water, other particulates. This makes it ideal for system flushing after burnouts, retrofits, and new systems installations. It continues to be the #1 flush in the market and is most trusted flush by OEMs. This kit includes a 1-pound can of Rescue Flush, 24-inch hose, and a flush gun and injection valve. So this one does not require any nitrogen. It just requires the can itself. So this is the starter kit. Unlike the can itself, it comes with everything you need. So let's get this opened up here. Nice packaging. This is by Nu-Calgon. Never connect canister to nitrogen. There we go. There's your little trigger there, your nozzle. Plug that right into your line set. The hoses. And then here is a valve here. All right. On and off, right? So let's take a look at the instructions here before we continue. This is industry standard for flushing, refrigeration conditions, systems, blah, blah, blah. Application. From time to time, refrigeration and air conditioning systems suffer failures which result in contamination. The most common such failure is a compressor burnout. During such an event, the refrigeration system becomes contaminated with large quantities of unwanted particulate, sludge, acids, carbon residues, and possibly moisture. All of these contaminants must be removed before the system can be returned to duty. That's where this comes in, right? Enter Rx11flush, pioneered with the cutting-edge hydrofluorocarbon technology. It offers all the benefits of R11 without the environmental concerns. It states here, which I skipped, that it has some environmental and friendly stuff, whatever, right? So it effectively scrubs it inside the refrigeration system. It dries quickly, has a low boiling point, will not attack components, offers great worker safety ratings, and is affordable. Additionally, with the advent of 13 SEER equipment and a retrofit R14A equipment, Rescue Flush is the ideal solution for line sets. Simply put, they can be flushed. All right. Instructions here. This is what you guys need to read here. Equipment requirements. Okay. Rescue Flush. The amount of Rescue Flush needed to adequately clean and flush the system will vary due to oil load, line configuration, etc. However, in typical applications, the following guidelines can be followed. 1-pound canister will flush 3 to 4 ton systems. 2-pound canisters will flush 5 to 7 ton systems. And 13-pound cylinders will flush up to 50-ton systems. An injection valve and standard refrigerant charging hose to inject the solvent into ACR system. The charging hose and injection valve should be dedicated and retained for future flushing. So this will be a dedicated line simply for flushing. You will not use it for other type of refrigeration, charging, whatever you want to call it, vacuum. So there's that. A small resealable waste container that will hold the solvent after it is flushed through the system. Ideally, the solvent in the container must be visible so it can be inspected during flushing process. This enables the technician to determine when the solvent begins to run clean, indicating the system has been thoroughly purged. A tank of clean compressed nitrogen, regulated 120 psi. This tank should be equipped with a dispensing hose and will be used to purge the solvent from the system. A vacuum pump with appropriate hose and clamps. Safety equipment: never flush a system without adequate face protection, rubber gloves. Convoluted piping and certain systems can cause monetary spikes in solvents flow during the flushing process, resulting erratic purges, which can splash into the eyes and into skin. So make sure you're doing this in a ventilated area. Preferably you do it at the condensing unit, point of connection outside. Start at one line and it flushes out, returns out the other end. You do want to wear a mask, maybe a face shield or safety glasses when doing this. It's pretty strong, so you want to be in a well-ventilated area. You do not want to do this inside the house. You want to disconnect at the coil and do it that way. That's a horrible idea. You're going to stink up the house and probably get some people high and lightheaded, and it's just not good for you. It's not healthy. And here's instructions here as well as how to flush it for a system burnout. We can go ahead and read this later. So here we go, guys. So here are the instructions for doing this. Establish one end of the line set as an exit point. Remember, you want to preferably be outside at the condensing unit. Crimp or restrict the exit point. This will increase the mass flow, static pressure, right, and contact time of rescue flush through the line. The amount of rescue flush needed to adequately clean and flush the line set will vary due to oil load, line configuration, etc. Some guys, they actually put a rag at the end of one, at the opposite end, at the you have your inlet where this will go in, right? And the opposite end, they put a rag, almost tape it around the other line set, and then allow it to flush out. It gives it some sort of back pressure, right? The amount of rescue flush needed to adequately clean the flush line will vary due to oil load, line configuration, etc. However, in a typical application, the following guide can be followed. Up to 1/2-inch tubing using 20 to 30 second burst of rescue flush through each line after every 50 feet. Use a 7 to 10 second burst with 13 and 26 pounders. This would represent a typical residential retrofit or flushing, and the popular 2-pound canister and rescue flush can be expected to flush 8 to 10 lines or 4 to 5 line sets. Up to 7/8 tubing, use 60 to 90 second burst. Use a 60 to 90 second burst of rescue flush through each line for every 50 feet. Use a 20 to 30 second burst with 13 to 26 pounders. Follow the rescue flush with compressed nitrogen, 120 psi to increase mass flow for maximum cleaning power. The nitrogen will push the rescue flush along the emulsified soils through the line. Danger: ensure the rescue flush canister is not connected to the nitrogen purge. Pull a vacuum on the line set to remove the residual solvent. Under vacuum, rescue flush rapidly boils off. The line set will be cleaned and ready for service. Safety and additional points: the waste solvent will contain used oils and organic contamination. Pour the contamination solvent into a waste oil drum for proper disposal. If the solvent needs to be transported, care should be taken to ensure the container is properly sealed to prevent spillage. In addition, the rescue flush is required to fully purge a large system. You do not need to disconnect the Rescue 11 injection valve from the refrigeration system. Simply close the valve and remove it from the rescue flush canister. Replace it with new canister to continue flushing. Danger: never connect this canister to nitrogen via manifold sets or charging hoses. Failure to ensure system is free of pressure when injecting R11 flush may cause the can to burst and result in injury. So do not do it when it's charged. I don't know if it has pressure, how you guys are doing that, but okay. Do not smoke or use an open flame around these materials. That goes to you guys smoking cigarettes. Adequate ventilation is highly recommended, particularly in equipment rooms. Use gloves and full face protection. And there you guys have it. That's a rescue flush instructions here. Inject upright. Screw this guy on there. Here's the valve. So it looks like if you go counterclockwise, you will be opening the valve, allowing more to come out. And vice versa, if you go clockwise, it'll be shutting. And that's the review, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, and good luck using it. Comments below, questions, let me know.